It won't be homework, but I just figured we could start it, and then tomorrow we'll do a little bit, so it's not as much, okay? Okay, so a compound inequality means that you're going to have two problems in one. So the first thing that we're going to do is all we're going to concentrate on is graphing the compound inequalities on a number line and then writing compound inequalities. That's all we're going to do for the next like 10 minutes, okay?
Are you recording?
Yes, I am recording.
Okay.
Okay. So there's two types of compound inequalities. Okay, so this is an OR, okay? So we have ORs and we have ANDs. ORs usually mean that when you go to graph them, they're going to go in opposite directions on the number line. Whereas an AND, it means that they're probably going to intersect. Okay, so we're going to graph this just like we normally would graph an answer, okay? But our number line actually has to go from, it has to be pretty extensive, right? So we're going to start, we're going to go, let's see if we can go from -4 to 6. Well, I'm sure you guys can, but let's see if I can. There we go. Now, you guys, sometimes what will happen is you won't have to draw number lines tomorrow. Your number lines will be drawn for you, okay? Okay, so we're going to look at the first one. So we're going to graph the first one. E is greater than 5. So is that an empty circle or a full circle?
Full empty.
It's an empty. And do we want numbers greater than 5 or less than 5? So we want greater than 5. So we're going to shade this way. Now we're going to graph the E is less than or equal to -2. Is it a full circle or a closed circle? Do we want numbers less than or greater than -2? So do we want to shade where the 0 is or where the -4 is?
-4.
So we're going to shade this way. Now I'm going to tell you that 99% of the time when you have an OR, they're going to go in opposite directions. Okay? If it's and, then they're probably going to be, they're going to intersect. We're going to have a starting point and a distinct ending point. Okay? We're going to do two graphing, like two where we have to graph, and then I'm going to graph one, and then we're going to write it out. And that should take us up to where we are almost done. Again, you guys, when you go to graph these tomorrow, the graphs will already be done for you. So you won't have to do this, just, you know, for your notes' sakes. Okay, so now I have a number line, okay? Remember, again, you guys, most of the time the number lines are going to be drawn for you. If not, I will give you some number lines drawn, and you can just put the numbers in. Okay, so F is less than or equal to 4. Open circle, full circle, or empty circle? Full circle. Now with and, let's see. Because normally we would shade this way, right? So we know that we're going this way. -4 less than f. So is this a full circle, empty circle? Okay. What does that mean though? Do I want to shade this way or do I want to shade this way? Towards the 4. So, and it says and. So what we're going to do is we're going to shade in between.
Wait, so you don't use the arrows?
You're not going to use the arrows this time because it says and. We only want the numbers that are in between. Now you guys remember what a full circle means. A full circle means that the answer could be 4. Over here, could -4 be an answer?
Yes.
No, -4 is not an answer because it's an empty circle. A full circle means 4 will be an answer, but on this one, -4. And you guys, that's a good question that they ask you sometimes. They'll ask you, which ones are possible? And I could give you -4, -2, 1, 4, right? And you would pick all of them except -4 because -4 has an empty circle on it, which means it's not an answer. Okay? Okay. Now, those are the ones where I give you this and you graph it. Now I'm going to give you a graph and you don't have to solve it yet. All you have to do is tell me what the equation would look like.
How many numbers do you have up there?
Oh, sorry. Thank you very much.
What's the letter you want to use?
You can use any letter that you want to. I just changed it up, but we can use X. Like if you feel comfortable with X, we'll use X. Okay, so here is my question. It's shaded in between, so is that an and or an or?
And.
So this is going to be an and. There are two ways that you can write ands, okay? And I'm going to show you both. So what does this mean? So it started at -1. What does that mean?
What do you mean?
Less than.
So all these numbers are what?
Less. Greater.
Greater than 1. Greater than -1. And do I put an open circle? Do I put a line underneath the inequality?
No.
Okay. You already told me it's an and. And then how would I write this one? If I used X, I need to use an X again. What am I going to write this time?
Or.
Nope. And we already got and. I just need to know what I'm going to write for this. Less than 3. Hold on one second. I'm going to show you another way to write it.
One announcement this afternoon. Students, if you're interested.
So you guys, sometimes, I'm going to show you another way. Instead of writing it with the word and, we know that -1, right? We can put X. We know that X is in between -1 and 3. That's another way you can write it. And a lot of times you'll see it this way. And the reason that you'll see it this way and you know this is an and is because you have a starting point and you have an ending point. Okay? Yep, you can pack up now. Thank you guys.